You know, some people don't need to compensate with their computer cases, and sometimes a little bit is just enough. That's why today we're going to unbox a micro ATX case, the Obsidian Series Corsair case, the 350D. Let's unbox this thing. As you guys can tell, I am on my dad's bed, which is cool because I can't do it in the kitchen because even if it's a small case, it's just too big to do in there. Yeah, it's a cool case. If you actually look on the shipping label, that like this is a shipping label that went to Amazon. Hong Kong is where it came from, so that's nice. Okay, so as we can see, the foam is pretty nice, and just two nice sheets or things of foam, so pretty good. It doesn't look like the case is damaged at all, which is always a plus sign, especially since the Obsidian series of cases from Corsair really aren't too cheap, so it's good that it has pretty good packing foam. And right on top here, we got a little bit of some extra stuff. So what is this? The Guide de Marrage Rapide. Oh, quick start guide, okay. Let's look at the English version, why don't we? So yeah, warranty against defects, cool stuff. I think this has a 2-year warranty, which is cool, I guess. I don't know, when would you ever have problems with the case though? I guess maybe like USB ports in the front, maybe those, I guess, I don't know. Anyways, I guess we're talking about the front, so we might as well show you guys the front of the case. Oh, okay, actually, I just noticed this front bezel was kind of popped out, but it must have just popped out in shipping because you can pump these off. Oh, and look at that, that thing pops off super easy. So it looks like that's really easy to get to the fan, I guess. Oh, look, and then this comes off. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so I guess the first thing to note here is here's where here's of course the plastic panel that covers the fan and everything. It looks like it's plastic or like brushed aluminum plastic, which is nice. I don't think it's actually brushed aluminum, but that's definitely very cool. They even have tape actually here to hold the filter in place, which is kind of a nice little touch, although they still use the weird ass tape. Why are they using that weird tape? Anyways, here's the fan filter, of course, so that's nice. That comes off very easily. You'll have to, clean this out pretty frequently, of course. Then you get a little fan behind there, so that's cool. Looks like it's a mini blades on this fan, but that's definitely looks pretty cool. I think it's just 120 millimeter or 140. Pretty sure it's 120 though. I think most of the fans in this are 120. Anyway, so cool stuff, and then we get into this, put the filter back on there, and hopefully, oh yeah, just snap into place. Cool, okay, cool. That has like a little snappy thing right there where you can snap it in place and take it out of place, and that's kind of cool, so nice. And then we can just get this plastic panel here, which actually goes in there pretty easily, and then bam, we got that replaced. That's pretty easy to replace that. Wow, nice. And then we got two 5 1/4 inch bays, I believe, right there. And then we have, let's see, headphone, microphone, reset jack. Is that a power button? Yep, looks like it's a power button. That probably lights up, but that's cool. Then you got 2 USB 3.0 ports. So, it'd be nice to have more USB ports in the front, but it's a micro ATX case. We can't expect Corsair to have everything in the world on these cases. There's a side panel, of course, very wide side panel, so definitely goes like pretty much all the way to the front, really, which is pretty badass. And as you can actually tell, it's really not too tall of a case either, so. Like at least of course compared to like the Fantex case I unboxed maybe like a couple months ago, that case was big, but we can really notice it by looking at the side panel. Oh, we might as well just take a look at this really quick. There's some fan mounts up there. You could probably mount a radiator pretty easily, I guess, as long as there's not a lot of room between that and the motherboards. That might be an issue there, but it looks like the fans are at least pretty far out, and it looks like you can either do 120s or 140s, I believe. So that's what it looks like at least, so it's cool. It doesn't look like there's any sort of filter there, so that kind of blows, but whatever. Here we got the back of the case, which of course, thumb screws, yes, thank God. Okay, yeah, so we got thumb screws, and on both sides too. It's on the back side panel too. Okay, yeah, here's a better angle at that. It's kind of all pushed back a little bit, really, so that's kind of cool, I guess. So we got that, looks like a 120 millimeter fan back there, which is cool. Has some water cool support right there. There's no grommets there, that's just metal, but you could pop that out if you want to run some water cooling outside of this case. I/O all right there and everything. We got, how many expansion slots do we have? I guess 5 it looks like. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count, yeah. And then we got a little thing right here just to awesome little piece of mesh. And yeah, cool stuff. And then, of course, the power supply mount. So pretty snazzy. Oh, by the way, power supply mount, we might as well look at the filter too, which comes out pretty easily. So that's nice. If you guys want to mount your power supply with the fan down, which is a good idea. I mean, sometimes at least. So very cool. There's a whole bottom of the case. Looks like you probably can't really mount a fan right here because there's nothing there. But just keep that in mind, I guess. And there's the other side. There's nothing to it. But I guess we might as well go ahead and take it off and check out maybe how much space we have for cable management behind there, which should be cool. I will say, ooh, these thumb screws that they put on there, ooh man, do they tighten them pretty nicely, at least the first time. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, I like the way that this mounts. Okay, yeah, I like the way that this side panel comes on, because it's kind of like the Fantex one where you start it at this angle thing and then you kind of slide it in face. So you pull it out, slide it out. So that's kind of a nice way to do that. It definitely works a lot better than sliding the whole thing in, I think. Anyway, so here we got the back of the case. It looks like there's definitely some good room for cable management. Let's go ahead and take my camera off the tripod one more time. So as you can kind of see, there's plenty of room down there. Can like fit my finger in there and everything. So good place for cable management and all that cool stuff. I have a big, I guess, CPU cutout right there, so that's cool, especially in a case this size. Beyond that, let's see what else do we have. We got some metal grommets that we can see from the inside, which is cool. Definitely plenty of metal grommets, which is very good. Even one up there, which you'll need for the CPU power. So cool stuff. It looks like they already have all this stuff done a little bit at least. It looks like they just use zip ties, as you can kind of see right here. On the Fantex case, I unboxed maybe like a couple months ago. They have Velcro ties. Those are better, but I guess at least they're doing some sort of cable management for you at least. Then I guess what else do we notice here? There's really not too much going on right here. So there's no like hard drive bays that go all the way to the roof here. So is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Kind of depends on your use case scenario. And looks like we have 2 hard drive mounts, it looks like. And I guess we got some stuff inside there, of course. And you could probably mount a hard drive on top of that as well. And you'd actually have a fan pointing at it too, which would be nice. So yeah, maybe like 3.5 inch drives if you guys wanted to do that. And then if you wanted to do some SSDs and stuff like that, then I mean, shit, you could put an SSD anywhere. You could just like slap some Velcro on that and put it right there. It looks like there is no mounting for like an SSD on the back of this thing. It looks like it's just a piece of metal, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, cool. And then we got some stuff there. That actually looks like SSD mounts as well. Sorry the lighting is so bad, but yeah, it looks like you could at least mount 1 per drive there. You could probably mount 2 if you wanted to be honest, but yeah, very, very cool. And I guess one thing I will mention, the thumb screws come off. That's not like the kind of thumb screws that will like stick on the side panels, but that's not too bad in my opinion. I don't know. At least they give you thumb screws. I can't be too critical of them. But yeah, so you know, not too bad. Has some plastic on this plastic window, of course, so that's why it looks all foggy and everything. I'll take that off after I have the system fully built and everything. Yeah, here's where you actually pull out the hard drive bay and everything. So here's a lot of the accessories that this thing comes with, so that's very cool, I guess. Anything crazy? What'd you give us, Corsair? It's just a piece of a bag inside there. Looks like we got some zip ties, some long screws, I guess. So those are probably for some sort of fans, I think. And then there's just other bag screws in there too. So all the mounting you hopefully need, so that's cool. I kind of like whenever it comes in like a box. Like I think Fantex gave it to me in a box. And since this is kind of expensive case, a box would be nice, Corsair. But you know, whatever. At least we still get stuff, you know. Kind of would hope that. But yeah, very nice hard drive sleds, which is cool. You get 2 of those, of course. There's our back fan once again, which looks pretty nice. It looks a little bit different from the front fan, to be completely honest with you. It has less blades. Yeah, take another look at that front one. Definitely has more blades, I think, but you know, whatever. Everything matches the whole black color scheme if you're looking for that. Got black cables everywhere, which is very nice. The only little smidget of maybe not blackness is like right at the end of this this audio cable. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I guess you could just paint that if you really want to, but it's nice that most of these cables are very, very black, which is nice. And of course, the inside of this case is painted black, which is even better. And it looks like they already have some standoffs where we would need them. They're black standoffs, which is cool. So if you guys want to check those out, there they are. So that's nice that they're already pre-installed and everything. Very cool, of Corsair. We have thumb screws on the expansion slot covers, which is very badass as well. So very cool move, Corsair right there. Let's see on top of that, there's the like those SSD or 2.5-inch hard drive mounts, which is cool. So it's nice that they have those. And it looks like if you didn't actually want to use this bottom 3.5-inch drive sled, which I might not use to be completely honest with you, it looks like you could remove it. You see a screw right there. So that's pretty cool if you want to have a little bit more airflow, because I believe you can have, I'm pretty sure you can have 2 fans in the front of this, which is good. So yeah, nice stuff there. We got those 5.25-inch bays. Got the, yeah. Has a little bitty locky system right there, so that's nice. Okay, very cool. So beyond that, I don't know, what else is there really to say about this? Has a good motherboard area right here, plenty of grommets. It doesn't really have a power supply cover, I will say that. The Fantex one I unboxed a while ago did have a power supply cover, which is kind of nice, especially if your power supply has a bunch of really shitty colored cables coming out of the power supply itself. But, you know, it's okay, I guess. I don't know. At least you have plenty of grommets here for, you know, cables going out, and then probably some cables coming in to back to the bottom of your motherboard there. Then we got side grommets pretty much everywhere. Top grommets, you got grommets everywhere, which is pretty cool. And I don't know, what else is there really to say, I guess? I don't know. All the cables are black and everything. It looks like they're pretty good length. They're already wall wired up and everything, which is, you know, cable managed and everything, which is pretty cool. So with that said, thank you guys for checking out this unboxing. Hopefully it kind of helped you guys out. I don't have a system in this. It's just purely an unboxing. And I don't know if you guys want my thoughts on this case later on. Maybe I can give it to you. But for now, it looks pretty good. There's some things that aren't totally like amazing considering the price of this thing, which was right around $90 whenever I bought it. I actually bought it on sale a little bit, but it was still pretty much right around $90. So thank you guys for checking out this unboxing. Drop a like on it if you thought it was cool. If you didn't think it was cool, then get out of here. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more cool stuff like this in the future. And I'll see you crazy motherfuckers later. Peace out. Look at this beautiful case. By the way, this is definitely the case that I'm going to use for that new build I'm making, by the way. The Micro ATX build, as you can probably tell. So watch out for that in the future. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. Still need the motherboard, still need the CPU, still need the RAM. And actually, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for checking out this video, and I'll see you crazy motherfuckers later. Peace out.